Miami-Dade has a deficit?
It had a $400 million deficit, and then all of a sudden...
For their county budget?
The county, yes.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, it appeared the money, and, there's a lot of back and forth going on in Miami-Dade, and now they're doing a recall on Levine Cava. I wanted to know, what was your take? What do you think about the recall that's going on?
Well, I don't know about the recall. I mean, obviously, we have been very critical of the amount of spending that's taken place in local governments. And here's just the facts statewide. 2019, if you look at property tax revenue taken by local governments for all different functions, they were taking in $32 billion across the state. This year, it's going to be $60 billion.
Wow.
So that's 7 years. And so the question is why? Well, the reason why, and you guys know in Palm Beach better than anyone, people are coming down. You have home prices have gone up. Now, that market ebbs and flows, and I think we were so hot for a time that we probably got up a little bit. Not that we control it, but I think some of those prices really went up very quickly. But ostensibly, on paper, people have more value. And so that means more taxes. Even if they don't raise the millage, you're paying more taxes on an annual basis. And if you have to sell your home that you've had for a long time and get a new one, your tax base could be a lot higher. This is the genesis of why we're doing the property tax and working with the legislature to get that done so that people are protected against that. But what's happened is, so you have all that, but yet it's like some of the local governments have just spent and spent. You should not be running deficits in areas where you've had big time growth and property values have gone up. And so it was 32 billion, now 60. If you went from that 32 billion in 2019 and you adjusted for population growth and inflation, which has happened. I mean, nationwide, we've had 25-30% inflation since 2021. It's been a bad period of inflation, even though the rate is down from where it was 3-4 years ago. That's cumulative on top of everything that's happened. So that's a legitimate thing to point out, and the population growth is a legitimate thing to point out. But if you adjust for those two things, you still wouldn't get 60 billion. You get about 44 billion, and so you have more than that. So that's what's happened with this. And I think when people say, I don't know, I'll ask this room, would you rather go back to the 2019 levels of spending adjusted for inflation and population growth and then have a homestead property exemption, or would you rather keep spending the money and get no tax relief? I think most people want to see the relief, because I think it's just something that they're working hard, they've got all these different costs, and to be able to own your home without perpetually having to pay tax, that's a big benefit. And the thing is because Florida has so many tourists, because we have people that own second homes, because we have people from, we have wealthy people from like Brazil that own homes and pay tax. We have a tax base that's kind of unique, and we do have the ability to give our residents really historic relief. And so that's kind of what we've seen. So, and I hear from the Miami-Dade reps, I hear from them about what's going on down there. And, it is what it is. And so I don't know on this recall. I know that the Republicans had a chance in 2024, and had they gotten their ducks in a row, they probably could have won that race. They didn't, and so here we are now. Okay, everybody, thank you.
Going on in Miami-Dade. What are we going to do? Investigation?
Well, I'm aware of it. Certainly, that's one of the key things I think that's prompting us to do a deep dive.
Spending problems today. I don't know if you're
No, I'm not aware of that. We're going to be, doing some oversight and make sure funds are being spent appropriately.